it says record. And then now we're recording the meeting. So everything from here on out will be recorded onto like an MP4, I think. And then
Okay.
it just transfers it after the meeting's closed. You just press yes and it converts it.
Okay, so go to the settings and go to record the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that once we're finished with the show.
Yeah, definitely. But how are things? What have you been up to? I saw you're having more guests on the podcast.
Yeah, that's going to definitely be going. And then I'm working in a local event that we're doing this week for the next few days. So today I only booked shows for a few days this week, and then I'll be working the rest of the week.
Nice, nice. Where are you working at?
I'm going to be at Art Break. It's like this local art thing that they do here every year. And this will be the first year I will be working the actual event.
Nice. That'll be awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Super cool. I think we're going to have at least Jesse said. When did he say he could hop on?
He said you hop on soon, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think once and is Jake going to hop on, or is he going to be a little bit later?
I feel like you'll hop on soon.
Okay, cool. We can wait for them.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we can kind of get the interview started. I sent them all the questions, Jarek, uh, which is I thought was kind of funny because we've been talking a lot about like the band and treating the band as a business. And like we
Mhm.
have like an LLC now, and like your questions were like kind of more business oriented.
I noticed that.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Kind of keeps us a little prepared.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just sticking to the same script that I've been using for the last 2 years.
Nice.
And it has been cool because it's not, we're not beating anything over one's head. We just want people to have a great time. Just
Yeah.
being your authentic self and letting people get to know you.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to ask you, I had a question for you. What was the best movie to come out last year?
Best movie to come out last year,
Yeah.
Never Alone for Christmas. It's
Never
on
Alone
BET
for
Plus.
Christmas.
Yes, and I'm in that movie.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, yeah. No.
So I'm in that. So I know
What
y'all
about
probably
what about what about second best?
second best, second best. I don't know because that was like my only movie that I was thinking about during the year. If I'm honest,
You don't
it
watch
was.
movies? Only the
I
ones you're in?
wasn't like I wasn't thinking about movies the way I was thinking about this particular movie
Yes.
because I was in it and I was also promoting it. So
Oh yeah, you got to promote it.
yeah, so it was like that was like this is the one I got to talk about, and I didn't have anything else to talk about. Like I just started going back to the movies like this year after Never Alone for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice, nice, nice. What was the last movie you saw in theaters?
American Fiction.
Oh, I would just heard about that. It's like a journalism movie.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't.
He's a writer. He's a writer, and he wrote a book that he absolutely hates, but he publishes it anyway under a different name. And then there's like a big buzz behind the book and everything. It was really good. I enjoyed it because I'm a writer also, and
Yeah.
so as a writer,
Wait, what was the guy's name?
uh, uh, uh,
Yes.
I can't call it. I think I still have my notes in my phone from it, but I don't have it like his name off the top of my head.
I guess I have a computer in front of me.
Because I'm actually loading the questions right now on my computer for tonight's show. So I enjoyed it. I
Percival
took
Everett.
notes. Yeah, I took notes on it when I went and watched it. And I gave like a critique. I think I gave a critique for it, but it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I think the film
Yeah,
was a
he
great
just
film for
came
me.
out. This is what I knew him from. He just came out with this book that is Huck Finn, but it's from the perspective of Jim.
Okay.
I was just hearing a podcast about it this morning, which is probably related to, and they mentioned American Fiction, but I want
Mhm.
to check out that movie for sure.
Cool.
And I what was the last movie I saw in theaters? I'm trying to think. Oh, Dune 2. That was pretty cool.
Okay. Okay.
What about you, Nick?
Last movie I saw, I saw Godzilla v Kong.
How
Okay.
was that?
It's definitely a movie.
That one looked like the worst movie. Like all the other ones were like very entertaining, but that one just like did not look, it looked too cringe.
I mean, Godzilla suplexes King Kong in that movie.
That's so fucking awesome.
Pretty your mouth kind of goes, what the yeah. There's one in that movie where King Kong meets this tiny little Kong, and then he picks them up and uses them as a club to beat the other gigantic monkeys in it. It's hilarious.
What? Isn't that his kid?
No, it's not. It's just like a small King Kong thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like turn your brain off and just go, this is ridiculous kind of movie. Nothing of substance.
yeah. Well, I really want to go see Monkey Man.
Yeah.
Dev Patel.
Okay.
Just amazing. I love that.
It looks like a Indian John Wick.
Yeah, it yeah, pretty much.
It looks amazing.
Yep.
When I was in LA, did the rollout premiere when we were there. It was pretty crazy.
Oh, they roll out.
Yeah, like they have the Bauman Chinese theater where they kind of do like the red carpet stuff. So they like my parents were walking down Hollywood Strip and then they saw like they closed off things to get ready for the red carpet premiere and it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, we got the others joining us right now, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jesse, this is Jarek. Jarek, this is Jesse, the guitarist of Wild Ire.
Howdy, Jarek.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful. I'm just hiding in my office right now, so we're doing good.
Cool.
And Jake, this is Jarek. Jarek, this is Jake. This is the singer of Wild Ire.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, man. You?
Good. It's good to have y'all on my podcast. This is crazy.
We miss Louisiana.
Yes.
We left our hearts there.
Yeah, we did.
That makes sense. Then we did our job.
Yeah, so I figured, yeah, it looks like we got everyone that's going to be here. So we can get started whenever. So however you want to start, Jarek, or whatever you want us to do, let us know, and we can answer your questions and just kind of chat.
Okay, I have my theme music geared up to start in a second. I'm just waiting for my script for the show to pull up, which it just did. I'm about to play the theme music. Once I play the theme music, we're gonna go straight in.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Who listen?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
All right.
Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. All right, y'all. So good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Jared, aka JRUC, your favorite published author's favorite published author, and your host of A Little Tea Time. So tonight, I have my guest on Zoom. So we're trying a new interview tactic tonight. I want to welcome, welcome, rock band Wild Ire.
Hey,
How's it going?
Welcome to a Lil Tea Time.
I should have
Thanks, Rob.
brought some tea.
Yes. When I met you guys, we were at Prize Fest's Music Fest. And y'all were one of the bands that performed at Music Fest. And you won second place. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So I was working the voting booth at the event that y'all were actually working at and performing at. And y'all did your thing. And I remember getting some footage of you guys for a documentary that I was doing. And when y'all were finished, y'all came and hung out with us and y'all took photos with us and y'all just loved on us and we loved on y'all back. So thank y'all for coming to perform with us at Music Fest at Prize Fest last year.
We had a blast, honestly. Good time.
Yes, yes. So can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourselves?
Well, we are just a 5-piece from Salem, Oregon, and we've just been trying to make it in the music business, but having fun along the way.
Yes. So what do you guys do for fun when you're not busy working on your music?
I mean, as a band, we eat at Taco Bell a lot. We're definitely out eating quite a bit. Our favorite is Taco Bell is Pilot Station, the gas station. But we always just follow our nose, you know. We really just the stuff that we do together usually is just good food,
Yeah,
other than music.
we eat a lot and we eat really good food.
Honestly, when we're in Louisiana, that was the biggest thing we did
Yeah.
was places that
Oh
we could
my
eat.
God. The food in Louisiana was phenomenal. I still can't get over what was the breakfast place we went to, Jake?
Oh yeah, that place is so
The
good.
Pearl. I think it was the Pearl.
Shout out the Pearl. I had the best brisket of my life. It was very good.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
but
Cool. So what inspired you guys to develop the band Wild Ire?
me and Jesse met each other when many years ago and kind of hit off really well. Like, we liked the same bands and we were vibing really well with like the sounds that we're kind of going for, and we kind of just built the band from that point on. We had other members, and sometimes it's workouts. We got other people in, and then eventually I asked some people I knew from school. So I asked Jake, and he kind of filled in for vocals, and he's still here with us. And I met Rio at a job I work at where I taught drum lessons, and it's kind of like all of us just meeting each other and kind of coming together over time, building the group from that point.
Okay, so were there different bands that had already inspired you guys to get together? What were some of the bands and the music you were listening to that inspired you guys?
I think. Go ahead, Jesse.
We stole our name from a band called Dillinger Escape Plan. They're like a math metal band. We don't sound too math metally, but they had an album called Ironworks, and I didn't understand what that meant until like I just looked up the word ire and like, oh, it's a play on fireworks. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna steal that and do wildfire, but do Wild Ire. So
Cool.
I did steal it from that. And then Incubus has definitely affected our music. That's one of our favorite bands, and Muse. And then a little bit of like progressive stuff like Dream Theater, but mostly Muse and Incubus would be what influenced us.
Yeah, when we first got together, we were into bands like Sean and Little Tybee, and they were kind of like the first bands that we really kind of were like, we're going to be super progressive and the guitar part is going to be crazy. And then over time, it's developed into like what Jesse said, which is more like Incubus influence and Muse influence. And then some of our songs, you'll still hear a lot of those like guitar melodies and crazy passages that we do, or we're trying to push our boundaries and our musical capabilities. The have fun on. It's really cool when we can play it live and just get it going, and people will understand what's happening too.
Okay, I like that. When did you guys decide when to establish the band?
Uh,
Oof.
well, we have merch that says estimated 2015, so we'll say 2015.
I saw a Facebook memory today that said who wants to start a band, and it was like at the beginning of or the end of 2013. So I think around 2014 I was actually playing music after that. So maybe that was the start of it, but I don't think so. It was probably middle of 2014 that we actually started playing.
There was a lot of different variations throughout the years that we had as well, um, leading up to the lineup that we have now with people and everything like that too. So it's been a journey.
Yeah, I mean, we can say like 2014, 2020. I think the year that we really started like being an active band that played shows consistently was probably like the end of 2016, early 2017. That's when we were actually like gigging regularly, and then you know venturing out to Portland and doing other stuff, because Portland's our city, here in Oregon, where you play music at. Salem has some spots, but Portland's the place where you play music, or Eugene, but Portland mainly.
Okay, so how did your priorities change since you started the business of Wild Ire?
That's a
I
really
mean,
good question.
I think probably just we just balance money or fun, or try to do a little bit of both. Sometimes it comes together, but um, I think people's goal is to make money off of this, or not make money, just not have to work so much.
Mm,
Make it so we don't actually have to do a real job someday. But I think just balancing fun and money and just like the passion for music is always going to be our top three priorities.
Yeah, ultimately, we all work day jobs and like 9 to 5s and stuff like that, and we would love to make this kind of our main source of income, so we can like have a good time, play music, and make this the thing for us. And so, uh, like you were saying about what changed is more like we're thinking about what's the next step for us as independent artists, because a lot of uh, artists nowadays don't have the backing of like a big company giving us money, saying, "Hey, go out and tour, go make this album." So a lot of the stuff we have to think about ourselves and how can we do it on our own, and you know, do what's best for us to make us happy, and ultimately as artists.
Yeah, kind of going off of that, I wanted to chime in and say, yeah, like it's been wild in the past couple years because like I feel like when I first joined the band, which was like 2 years ago, so I'm like the newest member out of everyone. I felt like we were really big dreamers with what we could do after the pandemic, and our priorities were like a lot different as to like I feel like more recently we've just become like way more realistic about things and how to make it as like an independent artist, which is so hard nowadays. Like Spotify doesn't pay anything. It's a nightmare to even figure out like the other streams of revenue that we should be getting. And it's yeah, like ideally we want to make this our life, but the industry makes it hard.
mhm. You got to play ball. Play
Yep.
ball.
Yeah,
And it's
taking
there's
that
a
trip did was a really good time for us, because we had to like venture out of our own waters and like dip our toes into other people's places, kind of uh we I feel like we saw a perspective of people who actually enjoy music. We come from an area of like I guess the country where people don't enjoy music or use music as a pastime as much as like people over there. No, that was really something that kind of was eye opening for us, is going to Louisiana and seeing how many people are into everything, and they're just so excited to hear music and be part of it, the whole thing. So it was like very fulfilling for us to be there and
Yeah,
experience.
the enthusiasm of Louisiana was just like contagious, like nothing we'd ever experienced. At least I experienced over
No,
here.
Was someone else talking?
Oh no.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna move on to the next questions. I didn't want to interrupt them because I know y'all are all there collectively, so I didn't want to take away from anyone's time.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Next question: what were some challenges did you guys overcome on your journey as a band?
Oh, so many, so many. Definitely like where to start? I first thing that comes to mind as personality clashes, which is going to happen regardless. You know, we spend that much time together. Like it's not always going to be, like sunshine and roses, but we get through it. We're really good at talking with each other and acknowledging things. And we've matured a lot as a band in the time that I've been in here, at least. And that's one of the first challenges that comes to mind for me. But I don't know about you guys. What else do you think we've kind of faced?
I think like the pandemic. I mean, just we were one of the few bands that kind of survived through that, and us just hanging out. And the only thing that really got us through that was, well, at least I just really enjoyed making music with people. I didn't care if too many people heard it. I just wanted to like the experience of making music with other people just like got me through it. So that was a big thing. Not much music was happening through that, but we overcame it.
I think a big thing on my thought is like some of our member changes, because we started out with uh me and Jesse are like the original two, you would say, that like started the whole group, but then we like had Jake joined shortly after that, and then we've had some people come and go, and that's always a challenge to kind of keep the positivity and keep the waves flowing in order to you know continue as a band. But I think we've overcome them a lot. And like Rio was saying, he's one of the newest members of the band. He joined like 2 years ago, but him joining really was extremely positive for the group too. We're considered like elders where we are in Salem. Like we've been around for a while in the scene, so they kind of consider us like, oh, they're just they're Wild Ire. They've been around for a while. But Rio joining really rejuvenated, I feel like, a lot of the energy we had. And like Jesse was saying, after the pandemic, it was really difficult to like gig around and get the momentum that we had before. That was a challenge, like you said, and just trying to get through that and stay on top. Stay keep the grind going. Grind set, baby.
Nicest thing ever. Thank you, Nick. I love being a part of Wild Ire. Wild Ire is awesome. It's crazy being a part of this band because I used to like go to their shows and like I played in like a battle of the bands that they won before, and so it was like crazy like being in the scene and looking up to these guys, and then joining and doing so many awesome things with them in these past 2 years. Opening for Everclear, Prize Fest. That was such a memorable experience. I'm spacing on others. Guys, help me.
No, you're saying good ones. You're saying good ones right now. Those are good highlights. So we've made. I mean, we released the record.
Released the record, yeah. Take Me Away. We released in July last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
July last year. It's streaming on everything right now. Go listen to it. It's some of my favorite Wild Ire songs. And
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Congratulations. Can I ask you a question? What date did you specifically release your album in July?
Oh no.
oh no, I have no idea.
Well, I would have to like search a Facebook memory or Instagram.
Well, I guess yeah, I have a computer in front of me.
I can look on DistroKid. It'll show us the date.
July 21st, but don't quote me on that.
That sounds
right.
Close.
That sounds right to me.
Is your birthday in July, Jarek? Is that why?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's our fourth record that we've done, and That one took our longest, I think, honestly, as a band, because we
Years.
wrote a lot of material in 2019, and then 2020 happened, and then we couldn't really play it together for a long time. And then when we finally got back together, like in a room, like late 2020, when stuff started opening up where we were at, we started writing more, and we do this interesting process when we record where we don't set out certain weeks or months away for recording. We kind of do one or two songs at a time. So we'll go into the studio and say, hey, let's get this one or two songs done, and then we'll come back in a couple months to do another one, and we'll come back, and that it kind of makes our recording process elongated and timeline wise, but I think it makes us happier to not just sit in the room for like 3 days, 4 or 5 days, just kind of going over the parts over and over again, hoping we're playing them right. But yeah, it was a good time putting out the stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
It
shout out
was
Wavelength Studios.
Yep. Was it?
it was July 21st. I just looked.
Yeah.
Okay. Still in cancer season. Good job. Good job.
Good job.
We love cancer season over here.
Yeah, we did it just for the cancers.
Appreciate it. Oh, next question up is, how does Wild Ire define success?
I mean, we've just been setting goals and seeing if we can complete them. Putting out an album and getting it done is a long process. And I feel like whenever we get it done, it does feel like a successful thing. And then numbers of fans. It's always good to have these number goals that we get up to. So like when a song reaches 1 million or something like that, then we'll that's a very successful in our eyes.
Yeah, I think like for us, since we're independent artists, I think that success comes in these really highs that we hit sometimes. We're like, yeah, we did this, like whether it's opening up for a band, putting out a record, making a trip, those things are really successful in our eyes. Especially when we went to Louisiana, that was a huge eye opener, because I think we in one of the tables we did there was a guy talking about, like, what it defines success for yourself, and where is that at, and you got to understand, like, even just being a band and being here in Louisiana, past tense, is a form of success, because we took the initiative to go there and perform and play and show people what we've created together. And I mean, we got second place in the whole thing, so that's another form of success for us. So I think it's kind of reeling back sometimes, and scaling back our egos, and understanding that even the small victories are really good forms of success for us as a whole.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree with all that. I think of all that as successes. I think we're a successful band. I think we've had a lot of victories and a lot of great things happen to us that don't happen to, a lot of bands that exist in, our area.
Yeah, unfortunately, Oregon is not like a hotspot for music. I mean, there is some bands that come out here that are really good, and like, they make it, and then they do good stuff, but there's also just so many that just kind of disintegrate over time. And it's a shame. It's like I was saying earlier, when we went to Louisiana, it was so cool to see like enthusiasm about music. And I can't help but imagining like a lot of the bands that we played with and played along with, if they were like that kind of environment, what would happen, with people just like really into it and like wanting to see the next step for a lot of these groups.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed y'all so much. Because I have never been to a rock concert, and to y'all being my first experience for a rock concert, y'all gelled really well on stage together. You could tell that y'all love each other. You could tell that y'all really love what y'all do as a collective. When y'all on that stage, it was like electric.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. That's one
Thank
of the
you so much.
compliments I've ever heard.
And like the photos that I took for me to post y'all, they were really good photos. You can feel y'all's energy. And just I enjoyed you guys. meeting you guys. It was really great. And I was like, I have to get them over on my podcast. And I'm happy that I got an opportunity to get you guys over here tonight. We have a few more questions and then we're going to play Candy or Corn.
Sounds
Ooh.
good.
Best advice you can give to someone thinking about starting a business or pursuing their dreams.
I would say just stick to it. All ups and downs. You just gotta stick to it. Don't let up, and just keep going. No matter how many no's, how many yeses, just remember why you started it, and just keep going. You just gotta remind yourself, like, I did this in a band perspective. You did this to make music and present music to most people, and you want them to see it and hear it, and you just gotta keep going.
Consistency is a huge thing. I think something that really helped us at one point was actually with the last record, helping us get it out was like we set dates already for when we're going to release something, or we set we created a kind of a like a plan basically of how we're going to release everything. And we were doing like a song a month. We were releasing a song a month up until the album, and then that just really helped. So just consistency is probably like the biggest thing, and just keep doing it and just go for it.
Mm-hmm. The worst thing you do is fail, and failure, you just learn things. Like, oh, I won't do that next time.
Can't be afraid to fail, because there will be failures along the journey, but you learn from that and then you try it a different way and keep going. So
yeah, one of my oldest memories in the band is it had to be like 2016. We played this dive bar in some city, I can't remember what it was, and then like no one was there. We played for like 2 hours to like nobody, and it like you could feel that it like really hurt us. And then Jesse was like, we just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going. This is one show out of a million thousand others we're gonna do, and it doesn't matter, just gotta keep going. And that always sticks with me a little bit in my head, going, yeah, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes like a sold out place and you're having the greatest time ever, and sometimes you're playing that one guy who loves you or hates you.
Yes. Okay. Can you guys give me your favorite quote and why?
Oh, my favorite quote is "Lost time is never found," and my drum teacher told me that, and that was kind of like about not practicing. He used it for practicing a lot, which is that you got to practice, because if you don't practice, you can't go back in time and practice. You just got to use what you have now. You know, he gave me a lot of good quotes, but that's one of them that sticks with me still. About like I use it not just in practicing, but in everything. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and if I don't do this now, it's not gonna happen. I can't go back in time to fix that. That's my quote.
My quote.
Mine. I mean, this could have been anyone, but I kind of live by it. Every second counts. Is something I go off of. I mean, they say it in the TV show The Bear, but that's just, I'm trying to live by that and spend less time playing video games and more time hanging out with my girlfriend or writing music.
My quote before Jesse interrupted me. My quote. Wynton Marsalis. I listened to a podcast or something, and he said, oh shoot, well, how do you word it? He said, music is for the listener, and the first listener is the musician. And that's like answering the question of like, should you make music for like the listener or the musician, which comes first when you're doing that? And it's like I guess more in like a jazz sense, like when you're soloing, and like how you're expressing yourself on your instrument. And yeah, I just really like that thought. I do a lot of jazz stuff, so I really like that idea, especially when I'm playing. So it's just like, if I like it, who cares?
All right. So I know that y'all are from Oregon, right?
Yes.
This question, I'm going to gear it for you guys specifically in your community. What are 3 things you would like to see better in your community there where you guys are located?
A better music scene.
Better food. Better food.
Better
What? There's great food here. Why would you
Well-
say that? Why would you slander?
Because we went to Louisiana.
Salem.
I mean, Louisiana did have the best brisket of my life, but how?
No, Portland's good. I'm talking about Salem.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
was-
yeah. Salem does need better food. I don't mind that slander.
But yeah, better music community probably for sure. On me, what's another one we can think about? We can do better in Oregon.
Um,
People can drive better. I went to California last week, and driving here is bad compared to California. I like California driving.
excellent. I agree with Nick actually. I do.
I also
Yeah,
I'm a changed man.
so
that.
slow.
yeah. It would right too slow here. Jarek's raising his eyes like.
I'm just taking it out. Specifically where we're from, when I asked this question to like the local guests, and we all pretty much say some of the same things that y'all said too, as far as things down here in Louisiana, that the things that we would like to see better. So it's just a question that I just point to for guests, depending on where you are in the world, in the state of the world where you live. So I just thought it was just a great question, just to keep people engaged in what's going on within the area where you live.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, oh sorry. That's something. Bro,
That's a great question. Yeah, there's a lot of Brio lives in Portland, so he's in the epicenter of like what is, I guess, entertainment for Oregon. And then the other, us, we're in Salem, and we don't really get to see that. We have notions of it, like there's a really good venue in town, a couple good venues in town, and they're really trying to promote music, but there's really no community. There's no really jam area either. Like you can't go to a spot in town and just, I don't know, hop in and just feel like you're having musical chemistry with somebody. You can do that in Portland, kinda. I mean,
yeah, there's
they're
good times in Portland.
yeah, exactly. There's not really here in Salem, and we
I just pressed record for whenever Jake gets in here, we can start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Final question. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just go into the final question.
Yeah.
What would be your wish for the next generation?
Wish for the next generation.
This is selfish because I play guitar. I just hope people still play guitar in the future.
That'd be nice.
Good one.
I mean, a lot of it's going to electronic music, which is really good, and I enjoy it a lot. But I just really like to see someone bend some strings, bend some notes, play something sloppy, play something too fast for their hands. I just like to see the upper limit of human possibilities. Or that I mean, watching John Mayer do some weird faces while he plays blues. I like very emotional players, and you can't really see that kind of guitar face on a DJ pad. Maybe you could. I don't know. You could probably scratch it and have a cool face while scratching, but a lot of emotion really comes out with guitar music and drums too, and singing. So all those really have a lot of facial expression to it. So hopefully that instrumental music sticks around.
Yeah, I would love to see the art form progress, even more as a drummer, just see what the upper limits, like Jess was saying, for a drummer. I'd also, this is just a personal opinion too, which could be controversial or not, but I think focusing too much on aesthetics, I hope that kind of goes away a little more with a lot of how what are they called now? Like Gen Alpha coming up? Is that what it is? I mean, they're going to be on the mobile devices and on social media even more so than the past too. I just kind of hope it moves past, you know, just aesthetics of like how you look and how you present yourself as maybe an artist, and just kind of focus. And that's my old person take. Just like focus on,
Yeah,
you know,
you
how.
sound like a boomer right now, dude.
All right, like I said, I sound.
You sound that was the oldest
I know.
person thing I've ever heard Nick say. That was crazy.
Well, yeah, I'll be quiet.
Oh, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I missed it. Can you say it again?
Nick, I'll sum it up for you.
Yeah, okay, you do it. You do it, Rio.
Nick thinks the young kids are focusing too much on their fancy pants and how they look. That's how Nick is thinking right now.
Have you guys? Here's the thing. Have you guys ever seen Nick's Instagram Explore page? It's just shoes, just shoes and pants.
I'm saying this as a victim of it, right? You start thinking about, oh, I gotta look like a.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is like, you know more about it than I do, because I could be like, hell yeah, people need to stop worrying about what they look like, but look at me, I don't care. So I can't like be a good.
Okay. I agree with that. Like, actually, like, yeah, I feel like I love that we're a band that like doesn't care what each other wears on stage.
Dude, that was
that's so
wild.
badass. Like, you
When
couldn't
we
do that in so many other bands, you know?
Yeah. Well, Louisiana, they wore gym shorts on stage.
Yeah, it's funny because nobody expected what we gave
Yeah, that was
because
awesome.
of the way that we looked when we came on and how we were acting outside, like at the tables and stuff. We were just completely different than what we presented on the stage.
Yeah, I remember
think-
that really well.
I think
everyone called us what were the business bros or finance brothers? Yeah, they
Oh,
called us finance brothers.
The insurance bros or something like that.
Yeah, because we looked like we were gonna finance you a new car. But then when we got on stage, I just bought a t-shirt there, ripped the sleeves off, and wore gym shorts. And Rio and I fought each other on stage just to
Y'all
like.
were incredible. It was incredible though. Like, y'all played off each other's energy.
Yeah.
Jesse and
It was-
Val, y'all really do play off each
Really
other's
do.
energy. It was
I
intense.
feel like I don't know if it felt like Rio kind of left his body, so there was it was a transcendent moment of electricity for Rio.
But the whole like environment in that area was just very high and positive anyway, so it really boosted us and how we were going to play, and it just really impacted our performance because it felt so comfortable doing that.
Yeah,
And everyone was so positive and almost like appreciative of the whole thing, so we were able to really just give like our all, basically. So
Yeah,
it was really cool.
everyone was
Okay.
like really good too. Like they were just fantastic musicians, and so it made us even more, I guess, excited and happy that like we're like around that kind of stuff. Like, you know, people that push us to be better too.
Yeah,
because they're so good at their instruments.
like we had to like almost like to prove ourselves, but in like not in a bad way or like a,
and it
I
worked
guess
out.
in a competitive way, but not to the point where like we're better than anybody, but just like we're on par with you guys. Really is.
Oh, like, hey, we get it. Like, this is us, you know?
Yeah.
It worked out fantastic. So since Jake is joining us, I wanted to share the final question with Jake before we dive into Candy or Corn, you guys. Jake, the question was, what would be your wish for the next generation?
Oh, I don't know. That's interesting. Like the next generation, I don't know.
I think like what Nick was, I wanted to come back to that because like I felt like I was being too mean to Nick earlier, and I apologize.
No, it's okay.
But no, I agree with what you're saying, because I think what is going on in my mind now is the like phrase like let the music speak for itself.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with that. I think that's something we could all agree with. It'd be nice if, like, you know, this next generation of musicians, yeah, don't worry about the looks, and it's like just let the music speak for itself.
I just in my head I see it as it's kind of like the idea of like how the 80s was to the 90s, which is that the 80s was all glamorous and, every done up and really thought out, methodical way you dressed. And then the 90s came around and you had like people dressing like us getting famous and just being the next huge thing. And no one really cared if you wore cargo shorts and boots, combat boots, and, actually like a weirdo. It is kind of, they like that, And then I think now there is that, but I think it's a little too methodical now. It's more like, I want to look like that because it's an iconic look instead of just, being honest with yourself and like accepting that, yeah, I buy my jeans from Walmart just like everyone else, and I wear these things, and I'm good at what I do, I guess.
Yes.
All right. So now Rio, Nick, Jesse, and Jake, we are about to play candy or corn. I am going to ask you about these candies. If you'd eat these candies, you can say candy. If you would not eat these candies, you can say corn.
Okay.
Down.
Wild Ire, are y'all ready to play my game?
Yes.
Are you showing us pictures?
I don't have pictures. I wish I did have pictures.
Oh, okay.
First candy up is the York's peppermint patty.
Candies,
Corn.
baby. That slaps. I love mint.
Corn.
It makes
Oh,
you
no.
breath good.
How many corns
That is really, really good. Next
Mint
candy up is
mint
100
candy
grams.
is so weird.
It's
it never
great.
sits right with me. Like the York peppermint patties, like we're talking about the York peppermint patties, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the texture's weird, and then it's, I don't know. Like I'll eat them still, but it's like the last thing in my candy bag.
Why do you eat them then?
Did you get the junior like my favorite candy?
All right.
It's just weird. I don't know.
Next candy up is 100 grand.
Ooh! I love those, man.
What
I
is
feel like I'm gonna have all these candies, and they're gonna be like, I've never had it, but it's so good. Oh, it slaps.
Oh, yes, I have had those. Those are really good candy.
100 grand.
Corn for that one.
All right.
Corn,
Next
probably.
candy up is Snickers.
Candy
Candy.
for sure. That's a OP candy bar right there.
All right. Next up, M&M's.
Candy.
Wait, just regular?
Regular?
What kind do y'all
All of
prefer?
them. Except the
Whatever
caramel
kind
one.
you prefer.
Wait, what?
Whichever flavor M&M's you prefer.
Oh, then candy.
Candy. Yeah, I don't mind any of them. I like all of them.
Yeah, M&M peanut M&Ms. I love this so much.
Yeah, that's the best.
He said, I love those.
They're legit. They are legit. Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, it's candy. I don't care about the sweet stuff as much as the chocolate stuff, but it's candy.
Okay. Lemon heads.
Candy.
Candy.
Yeah, candy.
This is cool because I don't necessarily know who. I did not know that y'all would probably have had these candies, so this is really cool. Next candy up is the Twix.
Candy.
Derek,
yeah.
I think you're just. I'm gonna say candy for all these. Unless you say corn, then that's corn.
All right. Next candy Skittles.
Candy.
A candy for sure.
Hey, do you guys think that you guys tell the difference between the colors? I can't tell the difference between the colors of Skittles, but that's probably because
there's a difference.
I think there is. I just never gave it a chance. I just put handfuls in.
I mean,
I've given it a chance.
That's how you're missing it.
They don't taste the same.
the tropical flavored Skittles are definitely different.
They are. And the sour Skittles in the green pack.
I love the
that's the best.
Oh,
That's the best.
yeah, those are the best ones.
Those things give me canker sores, but I'll eat them.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm gonna go get now. I feel like
Okay. Next candy up is the Sour Patch Kids.
oh
Oh,
candy.
candy.
Yeah, candy.
Yeah,
Candy.
Candies.
especially the watermelon. Love those ones too.
Those are absolutely legit. They're legit.
I just had a bag of those the other day.
And the final candy is candy corn.
Candy.
Corn.
Corn.
Corn. You were right. When you say corn, it's corn.
Crazy.
All corn.
That's a bad one.
That's corn.
I always get it with the candy corn.
No, I mean, I'll take everybody's share.
Please do.
You can have mine too. You can definitely have mine too. I have a philosophy that I always say on my show. You could throw the entire factory away from me. Just not a fan of the candy corn. But Wild Ire, it has been great to have y'all here tonight. If y'all want to share some shows, dates that you have coming up, you're definitely welcome to do that. And let the people know how they can follow you guys on social media.
Yeah, we have a show on April 23rd at the Mission Theater. If you live in Portland, Oregon, go check it out. We'll be there. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, listen to our music on Spotify, Apple Music, any place you can stream music. We're going to be on there. Check out our YouTube, subscribe to it. We post a lot of videos and our music videos. Just find us and love us and give us your money.
Also,
that's how we should end it. Yes.
Also, June 1st in Salem at Infinity Room, Rio and his other band are releasing first EP.
Yeah,
we're going to be there.
Thanks for shouting me out, Jake. I'm never going to plug myself because that would. But yes, I have another band that's releasing an EP on June 1st. Wild Ire is on the show. The band name is Flayers. Follow them on Instagram as well. And Jarek, thank you so much for having us. We miss Louisiana. We're hoping to come back soon and say what's up to y'all.
Well, you're definitely welcome back to Shreveport. And I definitely want to have you guys back over here on the Little Tea Time in the future. So thank you for kicking it anytime for some tea time. And I want to kind of get a snapshot of us while we're all here on the screen. If y'all wouldn't mind taking
I can take a screenshot.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get this screenshot of us really good.
What I have balloons.
I'm just going to make a really stupid face.
I have confetti.
Okay, I just got it.
Awesome.
Very
I'm
good.
gonna send it to you guys on Instagram so y'all can see the actual photo.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jarek.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here with you guys, but as I said on A Little Tea Time, opportunities knocking, you matter. Let's build and go higher, Shreveport. And remember to be great on purpose and not by accident. The future is now. I am Jarek, aka JRUSD, your favorite published author, and your host of Little Tea Time with tonight's guest, Wild Ire.
Yeah.
Welcome to Little Tea Time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to Little Tea Time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Little Tea Time.
Who listen?
Welcome to Little Tea Time.
All right.
Welcome to Little. Welcome to Little. Welcome to Little Tea Time. Welcome to Little Tea Time.
I love seeing y'all dance.
Thank you for dancing with me. Nick and Jake.
All right, you guys. That's it. Thank y'all so much.
I was moving. I just wasn't like using my.
You didn't get up on your feet. Jarek, I'm going to stop the recording right there. And I'll